The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. S&P 500 is now down 56 points. 10-year Treasuries up 8 basis points to 3.58. Mortgage-backed securities are down 55 basis points. That means that interest rates are increasing right now. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, and timely interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. Conforming loans Friday locked at 6.366. The 30-year jumbo 6.375, FHA 6.315, USDA 6.31, and the best loan on the market for those that earned it, the 30-year VA loan at 6.064. Why is all this happening? Well, I gave you a little bit of the information on that in the opening segment, talking about the jobs report. Bonds fell sharply. But as I mentioned, we thought it would recover as the markets digested the true weakness within the report when looking past the headline. The market erased a 90 basis point loss and ended the day about 9 basis points or so up. Remember, since November 10th, which is the turning point in CPI inflation, we forecasted rates have come down 1%. And while our target of 5% is for the first part of next year, it's not going to happen all at one time. The weakness in Friday's jobs report, looking deeper into the report, the headline creation of 263,000, much stronger than estimates, but there is a lot of modeling within the business survey, accounts for things like the birth and deaths of businesses, and makes estimations on how many jobs would be created. In Friday's report for November, this totaled 110,000, which we think overestimated jobs by a long shot. Additionally, hours worked were cut by 0.3%. And if you extrapolate that out to how many jobs it would mean, it's roughly 380,000 jobs that would have been lost. Lastly, there are 165,000 jobs that were created from multiple job holders, which definitely double counted many of the jobs. Household survey, which eliminates some of these, which is mentioned earlier, showed 138,000 job losses. Once the market figured this out, bonds recovered. The money supply, and this came from Charlie Bielolo, for sharing some interesting charts about this. Inflation, defined as too many dollars chasing too few goods. And the main reason for the 40-year high inflation we have seen is the money supply, which exploded higher by 40% in 2020 and 2021. But now it's moving in the opposite direction. Then money supply has decreased 1.5% over the last 7 months, the largest decline over a 7-month period on record going back to 1959. Since 1959, the U.S. money supply has gone up each and every year, with the 0.3% increase in 1994, the smallest, and the 25% increase in 2020, the largest. 2022 is on pace to be the first calendar year in which the money supply has fallen by at least 60 years, down 0.3% year to date. This will translate to lower inflation and lower mortgage rates, and we are very, very happy about that part of it. So, yeah, we like to see lower mortgage rates. So last week we got the formal off the press. Now we gave you the new loan limits, what we anticipated them to be a couple of months ago. And we shared with you that didn't know exactly if they would come in right out spot on, but we were close enough. And the new numbers came out last week for both conforming loan limits, and we also got the FHA loan limits. So conforming loan limits for the entire country on conforming is 726,200. But then what happens is the government says, okay, there's certain areas that the prices are a lot higher than other areas, Hawaii, Los Angeles, Orange County, San Diego County. So we're going to put in high-cost lending limits, high-price lending limits. So what they've done is they've said, okay, in Los Angeles and Orange County, conforming loan limits, you can actually go up to $1,089,000 and still get a conforming loan. $1,089,000. Okay, that sounds real good, but what about FHA? Well, they actually did the same thing. Los Angeles and Orange County. Now, these are single unit. 1,089,000. 2 units and 3 and 4 units. They've actually given us higher lending limits for each one. So if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv or any of our socials, you're actually seeing a chart right there that has Los Angeles County, Orange County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, San Diego County. All of these counties have given us their lending limits. And Riverside and San Bernardino are basically right at the nationwide number, 726,200. San Diego's 977. These are all for single unit. Again, you can look at the chart for the multi-unit. San Diego's 977,500. Orange County and LA County, 1,089,300. I don't know why they put the hundreds on there when you're dealing in numbers this big, but they do, so we give them to you. On the FHA numbers, so you got 1,089,300, as we mentioned, for Los Angeles and Orange County. Riverside is 644, San Bernardino 644, and San Diego 977,500. So those are your numbers for all of the updated numbers for the FHA and conforming loan limits. That is the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.